Welcome to the farmhouse. Today we're making cinnamon buns. So we're going to start with 3 cups of warm potato water. You can get potato water by every time you boil potatoes, just throw it in a container and throw it in the freezer. Everything settles on the bottom of the container, so I like to give it a nice little stir up so I can get some of that potato starch. And then I'm going to put it in the measuring cup for 3 cups. And if you wanted, you could even portion it up in the 3-cup portions and freeze it that way. That's even easier too. I've done that sometimes too. Great, so I got my 3 cups. I'll just set this to the side. This potato water is great to add in your soups as a soup stock too. A good start of a stock. It's going to warm it up so it's about room temperature. I think it's about 2 minutes on my microwave. We're just using some instant yeast. So I'm going to put 7 cups of flour, but I like to split it up to make it easier for mixing. So I'm going to start with 4. And you don't have to sift it or anything. I don't even use the knife trick and make it all level. I just give it a shake and go with that. So, and I myself like Robin Hood flour. I've tried few of the other flours and the taste just isn't the same. There's just something different about it. Great, so I've got that. I'm going to throw in 2 tablespoons of yeast right into my flour. I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. That in, and 3/4 cup of sugar or honey. In this case, I'm going to use sugar, just plain old white sugar. That's pretty handy, eh?
I was just thinking that.
Those tongs are specifically for my cupboard pulling.
Yeah, I gotta buy a pair of these things.
So 3/4. Sprinkle that. Oh, no, actually I didn't want to sprinkle it, but that's okay. Sometimes we make mistakes, especially when we haven't done things for a while. Instead, I want to actually put it in my water. So I'm just going to give it a quick finger test. It's like lukewarm. Don't want it boiled and I don't want it cold. It's okay that I've put 1/4 cup in my flour mixture. And I'm going to dissolve that in there. And I'm going to beat 2 eggs into there. In some oil.
What kind of oil you're using?
I'm just using a canola oil. So I'll start to dissolve that sugar. Get those eggs in. You can throw this in your blender too. and just blend it up till it's really nice and foamy smooth.
And you put that in with the wet ingredients?
Yeah. And then I'm going to add 1/3 cup of oil into here. Whoops. Just get it till that egg is all broken up. Where the blender is nice, it just zing zing and it's all blended. 1/3 cup of oil. Okay, I'm going to come back to my dough and I'm going to mix that dry ingredients all up. Give a good stir. Make sure that flour and yeast are all mixed well together, and then I just make a little bit of a well. And then I'm going to continue to beat that, but because this is really full, I'm going to beat it over the bowl, so if it spills out, that's okay. Till I see that egg has been really nicely blended and we got a little bit of a foam, and just pour it all in. Get a good scrape. And then just gently start stirring. Get it all incorporated. It started to look pretty good. Now I'm going to add my other 3 cups of flour in there now. Whoops. Didn't spread that one out too well, but that's okay. Sometimes there's clumps. There we go. 3 more in there. So I have 7 cups of flour in there now. And I'm just going to do the same. Mixing it till it's all really nicely blended. Okay, so now I see that it's starting to get really blended, but it still is just, you can see a couple of little dry spots in there. So at this point you could get your hands in there and knead it a little.
Box is coming in nice.
Hey, start.
So now we have it, so it's all mixed in nice. Now you're going to cover that. I'm going to cover this with a towel. My hands are goopy, so I'm going to wash first. And if you don't like goopy feeling, I'm encouraging you not to put your hands in the dough and use your spoon to do that, because it's very goopy and sticky. So I'm going to cover it with a towel. I'm going to let it sit for at least an hour, and I'll come back and check it and see if it's puffy enough. I'll see you in a bit.